Greetings, good day, good evening, good afternoon. Whatever time you may be hearing this, I want to take the time to say a humble salutations to you. Welcome back to The Healer with yours truly, Keziah Renee. I'm very grateful to be back on today. Been going through a lot of transitions, changes, and just developing and internalizing, new mindsets and a different attitude, all for the better, truly all for the better. But today is Tuesday, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're broke, but I'm here to help you get rich always. We're talking about taboos. It is Taboo Tuesday, and honestly, this is one of my favorite days, if I'm being so honest. I appreciate being able to talk about things that I feel, whether it be a little bit of guilt, a little bit of shame, a little bit of confusion because I don't comprehend, why I would think, X, Y, Z. It's real and it's raw and it's me. And if honestly you can handle that, then, it's okay if my podcast isn't for you, but it's for somebody. And that's why I'm here. So without further ado, let's get into it. The theme for today is, the moment, you see your parent as a person, seeing our parents as people. And once you get to a certain age, and I would say you get probably like 18, 20, within that, age range, because I'm 22 now. But I kind of learned through my experiences and just my own personal endeavors with my family. I don't necessarily like, the person that God gave me, to be my parents, the people God gave me to be my parents. And I've been struggling with this so heavily because I felt like I was wrong for feeling like this. I was selfish for feeling like this. When honestly, the most selfless thing I could have done was see them as people. Because once I started seeing them as people, I let go of a lot of the expectations that I had for them as parents. Because, you realize that as the individual people that your parents are, they've gone through a lot in their own lives. Granted, we all have. But, it was a different time and things like that. And going through struggles with, your mental health, your body image, you're just single moms raising men, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that, it kind of led to them living in a constant state of survival that they never got out of. And it made them make selfish decisions. So when the time came for them to have a child, this applies to both of my parents. But when the time came for them to have a child, I just saw 420, hey granny. They kind of, I don't think they were expecting all of the responsibility that really came with having a child. Excuse me. But it's just kind of weird because I know certain aspects of my life would have gone differently, not in a good way. Had I not been raised around who I was. So from that survival, they just kind of develop a tunnel vision, and a bigger sense of self because they didn't have a parent to kind of support the sense of self they were developing, And that, that plays out into their children's lives. And there was like a big part of me who was angry at my parents because they weren't there for me. But it wasn't until I started seeing them as people that I realized that they could not be there for me because they had no one to be there for them. And, part of me being in school, getting my degree in psychology and things like that, helped me comprehend just how strong that trickle-down, trauma is. Coining that, trickle-down trauma. Kazaya Renee, that's the first time you ever heard that. I bet. Oh, goodness. Even if it's not, I'm still coining it. Trickle-down trauma. Actually going to do a research paper about that. But it's just realizing that because of that, they couldn't be the parents that I needed them to be. They could not be the parents that I wanted them to be. They were only the parents that they managed to be. And they're the people that I got, to fulfill those roles. If I'm being honest, my personal life journey has not really it's never been supported, honestly, by my parents. I was a one-night stand. Like, I'm the product of a one-night stand between my mom and my father. And it was crazy because when my mom found out she was pregnant, she wanted to get an abortion. My dad wanted to get an abortion. The only person that did not want to abort me was my grandmother. And God rest her soul, she's no longer physically here with me. But when I say I feel her, I feel her. Man, oh man. Losing her was very hard for me because, again, that was the only person that really ever wanted me to be here on this earth. And the only person to genuinely support my endeavors. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had a hard knock life. Y'all, man, what? And I'm going to share with my podcast. But I've had a hard knock life. And I can tell by the way that I'm treated. Upon first glance, if you don't have that prophetic, you're not gonna ever guess that. You're gonna guess that I grew up wealthy, around a whole bunch of our pale counterparts. And while I did grow up around a lot of pale counterparts just because I was put in honors classes and none of my black friends wanted to just take that, extra grade boost because the work really wasn't different. You end up being in classrooms with people who don't look like you. And I've always spoken well. Now, if you ask me to draft a fundamentals of speech outline, I might struggle. But I have always spoken very well. And I honestly don't know where I get that from. I think it just comes from me watching a lot of television of like older, like it was a lot of the learning channels, the National Geographics, like the Animal Planets, the Discovery channels where they're looking at the tundras and just exploring Antarctica. Like, I was never, don't get me wrong, I watch SpongeBob too. And I love my cartoons. But still to this day. But it's just, I I never really saturated myself in, the YouTube, and I don't know what children were watching and engaging in, but my grandmother, she always made sure it was something of substance. Always made sure it was something of substance. If I watched something not of substance, I turned that on, on my own. And she allowed me to do so because I'm a child. I was a child. So, of course, you should let me watch cartoons sometimes. I didn't realize that was the best upbringing that I could have probably ever had, because there were other aspects, that I didn't have. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that on the cast, but today is not that day. Just saying all that to say, realizing that she went through what she went through with her daughter, and she went through what she went through with her mom, causing her to go through what she went through with her daughter. She got to me and made the decision to, do it differently. She made the decision to love me and support me and talk to me and just show me that at the end of the day, when this world beats you down, I'm going to be here every day to build you up. And she did. And she's the reason why I say so confidently, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 6'5" now. I grew. But what? You can't tell me nothing. And that was because that lady made sure I developed the mind to not let that be so. Speak things that are not as if they are, and they will be. Come on, somebody. And for a long time, I lost that. I lost that in wanting the approval of my mom. When seeing her as a person, I'm realizing I don't want that at all, actually. That's not remotely close to what I want. Wanting to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship that emotionally abuses me. I don't want to be in a relationship that I can't get the respect and decency of an introduction. I deserve better. I did not want to be in a relationship where I'm getting lied to about, oh, this is just a boys thing. But I'm finding out through your friend inviting me that other people are invited, their girlfriends are invited, your other girlfriends in the friend group are invited. So what was the issue with me? Nothing, okay? Nothing. Everything to do with them, nothing to do with me. Okay, somebody? Everything to do with them, nothing to do with you. Okay? Because people will manipulate you, they will lie to you, and they will have you questioning your own reality, not listening to your intuition, which is nothing but the word of God, all for their benefit. Right? And parents have a weird way of using the fact that they're your parent to do all of those things that I mentioned in the former. And one thing that I'm bringing to the forefront of my mind, hey, somebody, my grandma always told me, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's me, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, your godmom, your friends, your professors, your teachers, your instructors, your mentors. It don't matter. I don't care who it is. Never, never, never let anybody take you away from who you are, who you know you are. Whether that's a star or a diamond in the making or a little pebble. Don't let nobody take you away from who you know you are and who you know God put you on this earth to be. Because people will try to take that away when they see your light is so bright. Do you hear me, somebody? People will try to take it away when they see you're so bright. Because it makes them see the darknesses, the inadequacies, the shortcomings within themselves. And it don't got nothing to do with you, baby. You're just living. Take it from me. It never had anything to do with me. I'm just living. Man. What? So from the wise words of Hilda Ann Johnson, man, what? That's my lady. I don't care who it is. Never let anybody take you away from who you are and who God put you on this world to be. I added the last part, but I want y'all to know my grandma would have said that too. She co-signing, I promise. Man, what? I know that lady's looking down proud of me because I'm proud of me. I've gone through so much, y'all, and I'm finally getting to the place where I'm ready to share it. But man, oh man, if you're in this journey with me, thank you for sure. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day today. And if nobody, cares about you, I do. Reach out to me via email, Instagram, my web, whatever you feel is necessary. But just know I'm here for you. And that I can be here for you because I'm here for me. I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. One love.